Hello, I'm Dr. Rob Yeung. I'm an organisational psychologist and coach at a consultancy called Talent Space. And I'd like to talk to you about how you can manage your workload better so that you can spend more time pursuing that next promotion. Because the reality is that people don't get promoted just for doing their current role and current responsibilities well. They get promoted because they do everything they're asked to do and they volunteer to take on more. So one technique that you can use to manage your workload better is called batching. To illustrate it, think about the shirt that you need to iron for work every day. Imagine that you need a freshly pressed shirt for work every day. One way of pressing that shirt would be to iron every morning, to get the iron and the ironing board out, to wait for the iron to heat up, iron, wait for it to cool down and put it all away again. And then to do that every single day. Now clearly a more efficient way of doing it would be to get the iron and ironing board out only once, iron all 5 shirts in one go and put everything away only once. Now that makes sense, but some people do not apply the principle of batching in the workplace. So a lot of people get distracted. They flit from answering an email to taking a phone call to dealing with a report and then moving on to a spreadsheet perhaps. So think about how you can batch similar tasks together, because research shows that there are psychological switching tasks every time you move from one communication channel or one topic to another. So one thing that you can do is to try and avoid checking your emails too often. Avoid responding to every instant message, so that instead you can focus on just one report or one group of tasks at a time. Another thing you can do to manage your workload better is to think about communicating how you would like to work to your colleagues. For example, say I want to create a little space in the mornings when ideally I'm not going to be interrupted, perhaps from 8:30 in the morning until 10 a.m. I would need to gently communicate this communication preference to my colleagues and then accept that it will take many months to educate them about this. And when they do interrupt me, then I need to always politely, gently persuade them to actually come back later. Maybe to say, well, I'm just working on this task. Would you mind if I come back to you in just an hour's time? And then over many months, you will gradually be able to train your colleagues to better respect how you would like to work. In the long term, one of the best things you can do is to identify what are known as your signature strengths. Because a lot of us spend too much time worrying about our weaknesses, whereas the most successful people also spend some time identifying their strengths, what they're good at, and then shape their career so that they can exercise more of these strengths. So a signature strength is any skill or behaviour of yours that fulfills 2 criteria. It has to be something that you both enjoy and get feedback from other people that you are good at. For example, I actually quite enjoy dealing with spreadsheets. However, I know that I'm strictly mediocre at dealing with them. So I'm not the fastest person at pulling spreadsheets together. In contrast, I enjoy giving presentations, and I've had feedback from clients that even when I'm talking to an audience of maybe several hundred people at a time, I'm quite engaging and good at holding their attention. So over the years of my career, I've tried to do more and more presenting. So the point is that over the years and decades of your career, try to think about shaping your roles to meet your signature strengths. Because this way you will not only enjoy your work, so when you have to work really hard it won't feel as much of a struggle, but you'll also get the recognition of the people around you, which will help you in your career advancement too.